Taking an American president from one place to another is no less than a scary task. It is one that is accomplished every day in reality. The American president, who is considered among the most powerful people in the world, needs the most security when he is traveling. And history has proved this. 2 out of 4 American presidents were killed in attacks while they were traveling. They were President James Garfield and John F. Kennedy. After these incidents, the president's travel is considered a difficult task. This task, that is, to take the world's most powerful president from one place to another, the Secret Service agents must carry out with proper planning. Although their full effort is to ensure that wherever the president goes, he should be traveling through the Marine One helicopter or the Air Force One plane. But now, if the destination is just 20 minutes away, then in that case, the presidential motorcade is used. More than 50 vehicles and 150 people are involved in the American president's motorcade. Each of these vehicles and every person inside them has a different job. Everything is pre-planned. Which side will the president sit in? Which vehicle will come in front? Which vehicle will be at the back, and who will open the door of the president's car? All of this is decided beforehand. If anything happens outside of this plan, it becomes an immediate danger signal for the Secret Service agents. The president's motorcade is divided into 2 parts. In the first part, there are about 30 motorcycles or police cars. It is 10 minutes ahead of the president's limousine, and its job is to clear the road ahead. These 30 vehicles are led by a route car. Most of the time, it reaches the location before the president and blocks all entry and exit points so that no private vehicle can come onto the road until the president has passed. But the way they clear the road depends on the location. Sometimes other techniques are used. Like in this video, you can see the police motorcycles forming a V pattern to clear the way. This first part of the motorcade is not only controlled by Secret Service agents, but also by local police vehicles and motorcycles. Now, let's talk about the second part of the motorcade. In the second part, there is a lead car or a lead motorcycle at the front. All the other vehicles in the motorcade follow this lead motorcycle. Which road should the president take? At what speed should he travel? The entire execution plan is controlled by the lead motorcycle. The group of vehicles that follows this lead car is called the secure package because these vehicles are directly responsible for the president's safety. In case of an attack, the secure package can separate from the rest of the motorcade and continue protecting the president. The most important part of this secure package is the president's limousine. But here's the secret. No one knows which limousine the president is actually sitting in. Why? Because 2 identical limousines travel in the secure package, and there is no difference between them. The same model, the same color, the same tire size, and even the number plates are the same. During the journey, both presidential limousines keep changing positions, so that even if an attacker figures out which car the president is in, he would still get confused seeing the same limousine in another position. This limousine, called the Beast, is not an ordinary vehicle. It has been specially designed for the president. To make the president's limousine ultra-strong, it has been built on a truck frame. Its entire body is bulletproof, and all of its windows are made of 5-inch thick ballistic glass. This glass is so strong that even a close-range bullet cannot penetrate it. Except for the driver's window, all the other windows are sealed shut. This means there is no option to open them. This 9-ton limousine contains everything needed for the president's safety. A rocket launcher, night vision system, tear gas, a shotgun, an emergency oxygen cylinder, a first aid kit, and even 2 bottles of the president's blood type. The tires of this limousine are not ordinary either. Even if a tire bursts, the limousine can still drive at high speed. Leading this secure package, there is a special vehicle that acts as a bomb jammer. This vehicle is called the United States Secret Service Electronic Countermeasures Suburban. It has 2 sensors that throw radio signals over a long distance. If there is a bomb on the road, this vehicle can jam its signal. But that's not all. This vehicle can even protect the motorcade from guided missiles. It has special sensors that detect a guided missile coming toward it from a distance. Since guided missiles follow the heat coming from a vehicle, This car can change the missile's direction by releasing flares. This vehicle, part of the secure package, is called the control car. The president's personal doctor and office staff are present inside this vehicle. At the back of the motorcade, there are two more vehicles. The one on the left is called the halfback. Secret Service agents inside this car are always with the president. The other vehicle is called the CAT car, which stands for Counter-Assault Team. The rear windows of both these vehicles always remain open, and inside, agents are ready with automatic weapons. In case of an emergency, the agents in the first vehicle focus on protecting the president, while the Secret Service agents in the second vehicle are ready to fight back. They retaliate immediately in case of an attack. Reporters and general staff are present inside this vehicle, and it is called the ID car. In this, the agents remain in contact with other agents present in the surrounding area, who keep alerting the ID car about every small and big event. This black truck is also a very important part of the motorcade. Inside this truck, trained staff and secret machinery work to keep the president safe from chemical, nuclear, and biological attacks. This vehicle that you are seeing is called Roadrunner, and on it, you can see various antennas installed. This vehicle is a moving mobile tower. That means the wireless communication of all the vehicles in the motorcade runs through this Roadrunner. If the president has to use the internet or talk to someone on the phone, all the communication of the motorcade is done through this Roadrunner. There is also an ambulance in the president's convoy. If someone gets injured in this entire motorcade, the team of doctors inside this ambulance immediately provides first aid. This car coming at the very end of the motorcade is also a Secret Service vehicle, which performs the duty of backup support. And in the very last position, so that no car from behind can overtake or cross the motorcade, a police car covers the entire road. You will be surprised to know that this entire motorcade remains under surveillance from a helicopter, right from the starting point to the very end. Inside this helicopter, an automatic machine gun is mounted, and Secret Service agents continuously monitor the entire convoy. But the matter does not end here yet. As you have already learned in this video, the motorcade is only used when the president is traveling a short distance. But if the president has to travel out of the country, the challenges of this mission increase. 2 days before the president's arrival, both his limousines, Secret Service cars, and jammer cars are loaded onto a C-17 Globemaster cargo plane and sent ahead. On the day of the president's flight, he leaves the White House for the airbase in a Marine One helicopter. The helicopter used by the president is called Marine One, and even this helicopter does not fly alone. 5 identical helicopters take off simultaneously so that no one can know which one the president is actually in. As soon as he lands at the airbase, 2 modified Boeing 747 aircraft of the U.S. Air Force are already waiting for the president. Just as Marine One is the name of the helicopter that the president travels in, similarly, the airplane in which the president flies is called Air Force One. To ensure that the president does not face any difficulty during the flight, all kinds of facilities for his security and safety are present inside Air Force One. This includes the presidential stateroom, an executive dressing room, a conference room, and a dining room. Along with this, a fully equipped kitchen and the president's office are also inside. Just like the president's limousine and Marine One helicopter, Air Force One does not fly alone. 2 identical planes take off together. After the president's plane takes off, another difficult task begins, and that is to load his helicopter into the cargo plane. Yes, wherever the president goes, his helicopter travels with him. This is because if an emergency situation arises in another country, a helicopter is the only vehicle that does not require a special runway for takeoff and landing. The blades of the helicopter are carefully folded and then loaded into the C-17 Globemaster. Once that is done, this cargo plane also departs, following behind the president's plane. Everything that is done to ensure the safe travel of the American president comes at a high cost. According to research by Wendover Productions, it takes 1 hour for the president to travel from the White House in Washington, D.C., to the United Nations headquarters in New York City, and for this, the total cost is a staggering $157,000. And remember, this is only the one-way cost. The cost of the president's return journey is not even included in this figure. I hope you all will like and share this video as well. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next amazing video.